People, good morning, good morning, good morning. As I go on the news, as I say, Jamaica ever keep. As I go on the news, this is the first thing that pop up in front of me. Paula Llewellyn bids appeal court farewell as final appearance as DPP. No. Then what is sense? They need a hustle and bustle for put her in and... is it about the money? So what they want her to do? What she gonna do? Oh, she want to retire on a good note. She can get her pension and so forth. Or maybe she's afraid of the SSL saga and the all kind of mixed up, and maybe she looking at herself and say, no what, me can't bother with this, it's too much. Maybe she was sorry, so she take it back. But people, no man. This one just look weird. But anyway, I'm going to read what the news says. Jamaica's first female director of public prosecutions, DPP, Paula Llewellyn, King's Counsel on Thursday gave an abridged but poignant farewell to the Court of Appeal, saying this was her final appearance before the panel ahead of her retirement in September. You hear? No, as I said, why them pressure themselves and them kill themselves come in back in a power, and why? What the sense? You don't want to come like Dalrymple. Allegedly, she thief up the thing. Them fire her. She was retired. I know them take her back and push her back on pedestal. Bob, she got caught, she lose. Then if she knows that she was guilty, why not just step away with that pride? Why come she don't mash up them character? Because walk away with pride. Come back, become big up and and force things, and at the same time they know that's what God do. God just bring them back right down to nothing. You see? That's how God work. Better remember walk way gracefully. And put their head tail behind their legs and just go on. Then we come back up and look at one hour retire now and one of them losing a court. It looks so embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yeah, it looks so embarrassing. Anyway, at the end of this video, I'm gonna play the recording with what Paula Llewellyn saying about her whatever. Thank you all.
I am in the final few months of my tenure. It has been a privilege and a pleasure to have appeared before all members of this bench. May I also say to my lady Harris, my lady Fraser, my lady Edwards, my lady Williams, my lady President McDonald Bishop, my lady Straw. It has been a privilege to have interacted with all of you at the various stages of our professional development throughout the office of the DPP. And although I'm proud of every member of this bench, my lady Simmons, my lady Foster Pusey, but I'm especially proud.
Don't forget,
I'm going to save the best for the last. I am especially proud, as I have been privileged to have observed the wonderful brilliance, the keen intellectual acuity, and the development of all of you. And I wish you all the very best.
And again, everybody, in addition to where J Patterson is talking his piece, and he's talking about this thing that used to be done in years ago, and what's going on now, and he's just speaking the truth. And when I was listening to him, I was saying to myself, well, yes, thank you, PJ, for talking about everything, about the housing and about everything. Thank you for touching this topic. I was saying to myself, one of them go swim too, because what I realized, anytime any PNP come out and speak the truth, you hear them talk about Sue. What a way them have lawsuit throwing around. But right now, for them lawsuit coming like socks, everything's a change it. So let's see what let's listen to what the Honorable PJ Patterson have to say in his messages or in his statements. So please listen. Thank you.
It is time to state clearly, very critical, what is the difference the PNP has always made in order to improve the lot and conditions of our Jamaican people. Lest we forget, we are the people's party. We put people first. Always. Remember when? Before we proceed any further, how many people remember that period in the 80s when the oil tankers in the harbor would not offload the fuel until they got paid? How many people remember the gas lines that were stretching for miles in the hot sun? You remember about when you want to purchase a new vehicle? You go to the dealer, you pay the money in full. When the car arrives, somebody give them a higher price and they give you back your money without interest. You remember? All of that stuff. I think Paula was at the trade board at the time. And several people today are doing well because of the cars that we allowed in. But, again, remember me, I'm a country boy. Remember the days of the call boxes? To make phone calls in rural Jamaica and our larger villages? When you had to go up to the street corner? We saw our task in 1989 as having to transform a weak and unstable economy and lay the foundations for sustained growth and development. The man that they have vilified so much, the Minister of Finance, Omar Davies, he managed the macroeconomic indicators so well that we passed 12 IMF tests straight. And as a result of that, by 1995, I was able to say to the IMF, ta-ta and goodbye. I'm coming now to an issue that is very much alive today. And it is about financial management. All that we accomplished was done at the same time that we had to protect 1.5 million deposit accounts and 570,000 insurance policy holders out of our own resources. Let the record show not one of them lost a single dollar. That's right. I'm not surprised that there was no final report about FinSAC, because the commissioners could not find what they were sent in to look for. And it is the more important for technological innovation to build a knowledge society, which is where we are seeking to go. In passing, remember, we reopened the vocational training centers that had been closed. We expanded HEART to embrace the national training agencies. And this is a report from the World Bank. The quintile of tertiary students in Jamaica moved from 6.5% in 1991 to 19.5% by 2004. When I took office, we had one university. When Portia left office in 2007, we had 6. I'm almost embarrassed to mention a comparison in the field of housing. When we completed Greater Portmore in 1995, we had 10,850 houses for that year. That is more houses than they built in any 4 of their years in office. We built 150,000 houses. Where are they in fulfilling their promise to build less than half of that, 70,000? We provided 58,000 families with land titles under Operation Pride. They have handed over 280 social housing units in 7 years. That makes for good photo op. And it is the more important.
Now I see a bit of news where Mark Golden speaking, and he was talking about the every little thing, including the food securities. Now he says that it's going to be very critical, and it's true because look what's going on in America. The Trump with a lot of tariffs and all kind of madness, and things are very hard there. And you know that anything affects America always affects Jamaica. You understand me? Now see, egg prices are up very high, sky high in America, and see, they said egg price going to raise here in Jamaica. So you see, so Floyd Green now speaking like everything is going to be okay and going to do this and going to do that and going to. Them now mention like things all get rough, you know. They don't want to ask their country in a recession. You understand me? And Mark speaking, saying what he's saying now at, you know, and ah boy. So people, I need you to listen. Listen and let's watch the times and see what's going on. Thank you.
And it is so important in this era where misinformation flies around cyberspace at alarming levels and speed, and where our opponents devote considerable effort to revise history in ways which seek to denigrate, understate, and otherwise misinform about the achievements and the performance of the People's National Party in the various iterations of government where we have led. Almost as if they realize that if the truth is well understood, it will be obvious to the electorate where the right choice lies. Food security is going to be critical in the era that we're in and what is coming at us. The recent reports of the FAO indicate that 55% of Jamaicans are facing moderate to severe food insecurity, meaning that they are unable to have a balanced and nutritious diet, and many of them are underfed. We have to deal with that situation. And Jamaica is blessed with tremendous potential to produce food which is in demand here and abroad. And we need to focus on our agriculture and agro-industry and ensure the necessary inputs and support for our farmers are put in place so that we can achieve a much higher level of food security for our people.
Now I see in the paper where Floyd Green is talking about food security in Jamaica. So just I'm gonna read it, and you guys must know, you should know if he's speaking the truth. You know, sometimes they say a lot of things where nothing really no go so. So I'm gonna tell you a bit of what he says. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Floyd Green, has outlined some of the government's plan to ensure growth in the agriculture sector that will satisfy the food security needs locally and in the region. He highlighted the gains the poultry industry experienced last year, despite the major setback caused by Hurricane Beryl and subsequent consistent rains. Green stated that while 200 birds were lost after the hurricane, the country experienced a 3% growth in the poultry by the end of 2024, ensuring that chicken were available for the Christmas period. Okay. The minister stated that the resilience experienced in the poultry sector is due to the partnerships and policies that were previously cemented, while adding that should these be replicated throughout the agricultural sector, they will accelerate growth. Part of the partnership that we want to build upon is our partnership around research and development. I have seen that in the poultry sector, we have been able to put a model together. How can we export that model to other areas? Green said. We are spending significant sums trying to ensure the Bogle Agriculture Research Station returns to its Center of Excellence for Tropical Agricultural Research. In fact, we are on a program where we are going to be spending from the government $6.4 billion over the next 6 years to really revitalize Boodles, he added. The minister were speaking at the Jamaica Boilers Group Agrivision Forum held at the Jamaica Pegasus. The theme for the forum was championing food production. That's the theme. Green also pointed to the need to have trained individuals available at Boodles following its rehabilitation. Consequently, he added public-private partners will be needed to provide access for youth to receive training at universities worldwide and return to Jamaica to work. Really? Another aspect in the journey highlighted by Minister Green to transform the agriculture sector is financing. He said the hope is to replicate across agriculture what the poultry industry has done by entering contractual agreements with farmers, which will be used to create a financing model. I'm saying now to our banks to work with us through the Agri-Invest Corporation, who will come in as the bridge to provide some of those contractual arrangements to ensure that people will be able to see what will be their returns on their investment, and that the banks will be able to get back loans that they provided, I think we have seen it work in the poultry sector. We wanted to expand it to other areas, Minister Green said. Well, we must say not sound bad, but is it going to happen? Over the next six years, but they won't be in the power to do that. They won't be in power because they make a lot of promises, a whole lot of promises, and none will come true. So, and they won't be in power if we come with these things again, because it sounds good enough. But if they're in power, will they keep their promises? Will they keep this? You understand? Because when it coming on to election, that's how they come up with some great ideas. Great ideas. But when they win, the idea's dead. The idea's gone with them, let them forget about it. You understand me? So we just have to just watch and see what's going on, with whatever they are saying. So thank you everyone for listening again. Thank you. At the end of this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment. Thank you.